Hello everybody, how is it going? So, we are back, yes sir. Yeah, I'm very happy, and obviously we are playing Red Green Law against Sakazuki. Let's play against some so-called tougher matchups. They aren't so-called, they are going to be pretty tough. The other couple games is against a Rebecca in OP05, and she did get some support, so it's cool to see that, but our opening is pretty solid with two Namis. That's really what we want against Sakazuki. I think against these very removal-heavy matchups, if you don't see searchers, like the red searchers, like the Don and Nami, these matchups are very hard. That's kind of always how it's been. Against like Ace, I'd even count Zoro because they ran Fire Fist. Like if you don't see the red searchers, it's pretty tough. But we saw two, which gives us a pretty good start. And if they do pop two bodies, it's all good. You know, we'll just have to deal with it. But yeah, talking a little bit more about the ban list, because honestly, isn't it kind of, it's so weird. It's just so weird to me. Like, why even have the list, honestly? Like, for a month away from OP05, like, why bother? I don't know, like, did they did they just feel like hitting red at least once? And then they're like, alright, it'll resolve itself in OP05, though. I don't know, it's very weird to me, but that's okay, you know, it just be like that. Looking back at the match, our Zoro's getting popped, probably Anami's getting popped, could also went for Chopper, but I guess yes, I do continually take back Nami's to kind of sustain myself in these removal matchups, so fair enough going after one of them. This turn, we definitely can use our leader, and we have another Zoro, which is nice. So yeah, we can't use Bonnie effect, but it's all good. We're just gonna do normal law stuff. Play down the Zoro. I don't even know if I'm gonna attack with the Zoro. It just might not even be worth it. Yeah, because he decided not to attack my life in the first couple turns, which I don't even know if you need to do as Sakazuki. I feel like you can disrupt me enough playing normally that giving me this extra barrier is like, I don't know if it's necessary. Obviously he can just not attack me at all and try to grind me down, but he has to attack to use his leader. So, I mean, I guess just try to, like, stop my early game. But if he saw I had two Namis and I added, I think, a Chopper off one, and it was either a Zoro or a Brook off the other, like, I'll probably be able to leader effect. Like, but that's alright. This is the spot we're in now. It's pretty good. We're definitely losing our law this turn, but we still have the Bonnie that we're gonna hopefully keep most of the game in order to keep finding our top end to kind of mitigate our stuff getting removed every turn. So that is the game plan for now. We have a bunch of little blockers, which normally I'd say aren't too great against Sakazuki, but if he's going to use his Lucchis to pop my higher end stuff, they kind of stick around. And it's like randomly they'll probably come up just being that extra line of defense. So he does a Great Eruption my law and obviously reduces it with the leader. I imagine he's trying to figure out if he wants to like try to minus the Zoro as well. Oh no, he doesn't have another Rob Lucci. Okay, so we get hit by the Hound's Blaze. Bottoms the law, boosts up the, what's her name? Hina. Attacks us for 8. We eat those, don't really care. If he attacks with Lucci as well, I'll probably eat that too. I feel like I just need the cards. And with a lot of little blockers, we should be able to kind of sustain for a long time. Does another Hound's Blaze on my Zoro. Definitely a bit unfortunate, but yep, we're going to eat that hit as well. Find a Sanji. It's okay. Finding a Zoro for turn is cool if we can actually find the blocker law, but if we don't, it's kind of whatever. We whiff off the first Bonnie. Alright, it'd be like that. We'll use the second one. We'll hit a Veggie. So yeah, definitely kind of rough. This is normally exactly what you don't want to happen in matchups like these. I find that as long as you can respond immediately, like the following turn, with another piece of your top end, like you're still in a fine spot. But we were not given that opportunity. So it'd be like that, you know? What are you going to do? So we're going to come at his board because, yes, he's going to be removing our stuff, but we don't want him to have those extra swings to also swing into our board. He lets the Hina go very easily, which, I mean, yeah, it is a card you kind of want in the graveyard with the Rebecca blocker. So kind of fair enough, but is also pretty good at trying to drain my hand. It's going to go 5 at the Bonnie. Yeah, we just have to let her go. we obviously do have the second one, so it's okay. Lucci will probably just swing at my Zoro. We're just going to let the Zoro go, and hopefully stabilize a bit more the following turn with our next Bonnie. We have 2 more veggies in hand, so once again, if he just ignores my little blockers, they are going to be impactful. Uses leader, gets rid of the Ice Age, draws a card. Fair enough. You don't really need Ice Age in this matchup. The highest cost I play is 5, so popping stuff is pretty easy. Still has how much Dawn to work with? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 Dawn to work with. So it could just be a Borsellino. And I do counter that. Honestly, I don't disagree countering that because it was an easy defend and it makes sure no more of my bodies get destroyed. Like, obviously we know we're losing our Zoro, but it keeps around both my blockers again and the Nami, which can be something to replay off a blocker law, which hopefully we'll find this turn. Whiffing, or quote unquote, we whiffed off one search and then found the veggie, but whiffing on blocker law, it was kind of rough, but this turn we hopefully will find it, and we do, so that's very good. He is pretty low in hand size as well, so we can try to contest the Lucci a little bit if he wants to go down to 2 cards here. That's that's fine. I'm just gonna try to clear as much board as I really can. We'll play a Veggie and a Chopper, and we'll use leader. We have to bounce a Chopper, which kind of sucks, but it's whatever. We'll just end up replaying him. Don't get to replay that Nami because he did Hound's Blaze it, which is kind of unfortunate. Not what you want to see. But we have a lot of defense. We have 5 blockers and a guard point 2k, 1k. So we're definitely not dying unless he can. Even if he like double Lucci's all of our blockers and then swings at us, we're not dying, but we are in a pretty bad spot in that scenario because we probably could rebuild our board. I don't know. I wonder how that would play out. Probably not good. I imagine. I'm pretty sure most of the new builds don't play a lot of the top end stuff. I think it's more just focused on Rob Lucci and your other good kind of low end cards like Rebecca, the Hina, the Hound's Blaze as removal after using, like Great Eruption and such. They might, obviously he does play Borsellino, so he might be on Mihawk as well, but not too sure. Swings 8 at my life, I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, like a little bit scary, but also not really. We have 5 blockers. We're pretty much guaranteed alive, especially after picking up that second 2k. I'm trying to think what would be really bad for us in this spot. Probably any top end. Or just like double Lucci. That would really suck too. It's gonna swing 7 at my life. We're just gonna use a Chopper blocker. Or a Veggie, either one. Fair enough, I want to bounce red cards, right? Plays down Moncherie. Probably will add back a Lucci after shuffling back some stuff. Oh no, he shuffled back Lucci. Okay, might have been a misclick. He might not have wanted to do that. But, we take those. Adds back Borsellino, actually. Okay, so walling up a bit. I don't think my board is all that scary. I guess, you can be a little bit scared of, like, restand law. But that's really the only thing, right? We'll play down Bonnie. Find another blocker law or a restand law. I'm probably going to take the restand just because I want more attacks this turn. And also we don't have anything great to really play off blocker law. So, yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I should probably swing with the Chopper at the Moncherie. If he wants to defend it, that's cool. If he doesn't, that's also cool. Thinking if I want to Otama the Borsellino, and I think we do. Again, sacking off cards feels pretty bad, but at least we got some value out of Chopper before we did it. And we're just going to poke at it for 6, because he'll surely defend a 6. Still has 2 down up as well. I don't think Sakazuki plays like Impact Wave or anything. It would be very strong into my deck, I'm not going to lie. So, yeah. And we're probably just going to go 8-8 at the Borsellino. even if we don't clear it, we'll probably get the blocker out. And we do get the blocker out on the first swing. Then we'll take back Otama, play restand, and then attack for 8 again. If he wants to go down to 1 card, that's cool. We can probably set up a very jank lethal with like blockers. Maybe not though. We might just have to stall 1 more turn if he counters. And he does counter, we'll play the Veggie. And pretty much he needs to answer either my 5-drop law or my blocker law, or we should be able to go for game. We did sack off the Bonnie, which is a little bit rough, but I still think we can math him out only having 2 cards in hand. Discards the Borsellino to draw 1. Pausing here, what's happening? And okay, he just quits out. So I assume he didn't have any reasonable answers to the board, so that's how we ended up getting that win. But now we are up against Rebecca. I don't know which matchup I dislike more. Probably Sakazuki, because Rebecca, like, yeah, she doesn't attack you, but also you can take your time building up your board, which is kind of nice. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what's actually better or worse. I know they're both hard matchups. It doesn't super matter. I don't know. Maybe Sakazuki is easier because the only really wide removal is Lucci, and he doesn't have like the free removal aspect of Rebecca with like Kuros and such. So yeah, I'm just swinging 9 because turning off their leader ability is pretty nice early game, just delaying them from using, you know, Luffy as early because they can't fill up the graveyard as fast. We also have a lot of 1-drops, and the only other play would be play Zoro and like attack for 6, but I really don't want to let them what's it called? You like use their leader ability and get another card engraved. So yeah, they do play this new blocker, which is a 4-drop 5k that I believe boosts something on play and also boosts something on KO. So kind of cool, honestly. Interesting new card. I hadn't seen it before. Now I have. We are going to clear that Rebecca just because, I don't know, I don't want to give them the opportunity to counter out of a hit here, which will put them or allow them to leader effect if they play like a 1-drop or 2. So we play Nami, find the guard point, and then just hard play the law, bounce Nami into Zoro. And these are both kind of like, these cost cards are a little bit annoying to get rid of. At least with the free cards, yeah, he has to commit like a soldier here. Probably brings down the law and like Kuros is it. Needs to minus it by 1 more. Or he can use the Sakazuki removal spell. Either one works. Okay, plays Kuros, doesn't pop anything, and then yeah, he does have the Hound's Blaze. Okay, so it wasn't really a misplay. He just wanted to get the Kuros down, which I mean, fair enough. We are on 8 Dawn now, so we can most certainly get our leader effect active. We're going to try to get rid of this body, because we can actually fight against this body. Obviously, we can't really interact with Kuros if he has stage and leader up. Our Nami will whiff. Unfortunate. What are you gonna do? Probably play another Nami, then play like Chopper and the Brook, or just a Makino to be Dawn efficient. Either one. We'll use Nami effect to give our leader a Dawn. He'll drop a 2k to defend that. Okay, yeah, we do have room to play the Zoro. So yeah, we play the Zoro, go 5 at the blocker. He'll counter again. We'll play the Chopper, use leader effect, take back Nami, play Law. Take back Zoro, play Zoro, go 5 one more time, and he finally lets it go. Feeling pretty good about that. And we'll pass. He only really has 1 real body to fight back. Plays on the Luffy, so now he has 2. But we do have a chump blocker that he didn't have an answer to, so that means our Law will basically always live this. He's going to go 5 at the Zoro. We'll obviously take that free block. No hesitation. Last Dawn will probably just be leader effect, and then he can restand Luffy and either try to get 2 cards out of my hand or just leave it active for next turn. Either one. Gets another Luffy off the leader. restands his one on board. And let's see if he attacks or not. Does not attack, okay. So it's a little bit scary if he has like a, what's that card called? The double attack spell, I can't think of its name. Kong Gun? Yeah, Kong Gun. We're gonna play Nami. We do see a 5-drop Luffy, but there's no good green cards to really bounce to our hand on our board right now. We don't really want to take back the law, so we're just gonna hit him a whole bunch. Takes the 5, takes the 7. Probably go 7 again. And he eats that too. Alright. And I'm gonna go 9 on leader and just try to put him to 1 or 0. Or just ask for 3 cards. And we put him to 0. Alright. Rebecca doesn't, I guess, necessarily play a ton of 2Ks. I know they play Barto. I know they play the Soldier. But I don't know what else outside of that. Sometimes Tashigi, sometimes Kaya. Yeah, I'm not sure what their list is, but we'll poke him for 5 with the Zoro. Just make him drop something, because he did just eat all those hits. Probably not something he wanted to do, but, you know, it happens with this kind of deck. He's on 10 Dawn. We do have 1 blocker, but we have a ton of counter. So if he has the Kong Gun, I wouldn't be surprised if we could get out of it, because he'd have to commit something to kill the blocker law we have. So we might have enough to get rid of or survive that turn. It says all cards in hand have 0 counter. Really bad lives and draw. It's a good game, but I will try. Fair enough. You know, it'd be like that. What are you gonna do? He's gonna play Orlumbus. Minus his 4 to the law. Kyros is it. So yeah, if he has the Kong Gun, we definitely live. We definitely have enough counter. But we definitely want him to try to go for game this turn, so we keep our board. He's gonna go 5 with the Kyros. Yeah, I'll just take that. If I'm not getting Kong Gun, that's all good. Yeah, we get a chopper off life. Uses the Kong Gun, doesn't even have double attack, so yeah, maybe I should have looked at his graveyard before I ate that Kyros hit, but I know I get out of this anyway. I just have too many 2Ks. Goes 13, we'll guard point, 2K, 2K, 2K. Yep, and he'll pass, and this is a pretty easy game. It says GG. I'll type it out. Is he gonna make me do all my swings? I'll do them, I don't care. Yep, he just scoops it up. We'll go for the rematch. It is kind of cool to see Rebecca in OP05, but I really don't feel like she's going to get a ton of representation, because I think Sakazuki is just kind of better, honestly. But we do have the Sanji this game, which is nice. I take my life very fast. One thing I will say is that normally 2-drops are pretty strong against Rebecca, because they either have to overcommit to get rid of them, or they just don't like interact with them. But with the addition of Hound's Blaze, it is a pretty good answer to us just playing 2-drops. We don't get hit with it there, but I do think we get hit with it at some point. Our hand is all 1-drops, so there's kind of 0 point in playing any. So we're just going to swing 9 with our leader at his leader. Once again, just trying to turn off the leader effect for a turn or 2. He does eat that. Gets a Kong Gun trigger. I'm cool with that. Just cycles his hand a little bit. And I do use Sanji here. I don't know if I should have. I maybe should have waited. But, I mean, I'll take it. We do get hit with the Hound's Blaze. He attacks for 5. Maybe I'm supposed to defend that, but I don't. Plays down Kyros and passes. We finally find a Dawn, which is pretty good. We still might not be able to get leader effect up. I don't think if there's like even a point of leader affecting this turn, because I'm just going to play a restand law. Could we have even done it? No, we couldn't have, even if I played 5 1-drops. So yeah, we're just going to play all of our searchers and hopefully not go minus. Yeah, we'll just fill the board, and if he can answer, if he answers like 3 of them, I can still leader effect next turn. If he answers 4 of them, that kind of blows. But I still think I'd be able to leader effect, but I'd go very minus. He's going to Hound's Blaze the Veggie, And I'm just eating my life. I kind of have to, I feel. I think I should not have taken that 5k the other turn, but I'm greedy. I want all my cards. I do like the Rebecca synergy with Kyros. Obviously, I'm used to it just playing Hina with Sakazuki, but that is a cool synergy. I do like that. Makes sense, honestly. Probably was the idea behind the card originally. But we're going to double Bonnie. No blocker laws. Very sad. We definitely need some defense right now, but we have not received any. Very sad. We'll go 5 at life. He'll counter. We'll leader effect. Take back Bonnie. Play down Luffy. And attack for 6. And I'm pretty sure I do get out of just a 15k hit right here. If he has Kong Gun, I probably don't. But I was like, man, I don't got a choice. Like, yeah, I could play the Veggie, but that will just get popped. So, felt kind of pointless. Goes 9 Dawn. We do get out of this because we have Beam and Guard Point. And then just a 2k, 1k. And we do have extra 1ks to get out of the extra Kiro swing. But he just goes at Bonnie, which is cool with me. We'll draw Blocker Law, which is pretty good at this point. We're just gonna attack him a whole bunch. You know, leader effect into Blocker Law. We find another one off Bonnie, which, I mean, it's okay. We kind of, you know, the most amount of counter we can get off of Bonnie is another Bonnie or a Veggie, but it's kind of just a free card, so no reason not to take it. We also could have just played a blocker though, but, you know, whatever. He's defending a ton of these hits. That's cool. He'll take the 7, we'll leader effect, take back the Dawn, play Law, take back Bonnie, play Zoro. Attack for 7 with Zoro, then probably play down a Veggie or a Chopper. I could have played down both, but I didn't want to sack off 2 Namis because that felt pretty bad. But it might have kind of secured me in living. Not necessarily though, because again, they do have just a ton of answers to 1-drops. And yep, he uses double removal spell on both my blockers. And I just concede because I can get out of that hit, but I can't get out of the 5k. He says GG. It was a GG. We'll go one more. This is much better now. Fair enough. He'll get to choose. He chose to go second. I don't really care either way. Obviously, I'd prefer to go second to get the extra card, but I still think it's playable either way. He's going to leader effect, find the one-legged soldier. We're going to go up to 3 Dawn. I considered just playing Dawn there or Zoro, but because he's playing the Hound's Blaze, Dawn felt kind of bad. So I'm just going to go 8 and pass. It is kind of nice he's not playing the Lucci though. I feel like, I don't know, it probably wouldn't fit in the deck too well. Just because you don't really have as much setup as Sakazuki outside of like your Orlumbus, so yeah. So this turn, he has a blocker. We're not going to swing big to try to put him off leader effect. He did counter out of the 8k, which is cool with me. So yeah, we're going to play some weird numbers. We're going to play Dawn and probably Zoro. Grab an Otama off the Dawn just because Otama is very strong into 7-drop Luffy. Lets us trade very well into it. He's going to hard play Hina and then Kyros pop my Zoro. Yep, it'd be like that. We can leader effect this turn. We're going to play Nami. Hopefully find either a Chopper or a Zoro. Either one's good. We do bottom deck 2 blocker laws, but what are you going to do? We'll just swing 5. Hopefully no trigger. We'll play down Chopper. Play down Makino and Otama. Just reduce whatever with Otama. And we'll leader effect. Take back the Otama. Play down Law. Take back Nami. Replay Nami. Find the Radical Beam, which is perfect. I kind of want to take the Zoro. Maybe I end up taking the Zoro. No, we take the Radical Beam. Because that will be pretty useful in defending our board from 7-drop Luffy. Immediately just 3,000 Worlds the blocker law. Fair enough. Plays Coliseum as well. He uses leader, finds the Luffy. He goes 5 at my life. Free card. Goes 5 at my life. Free card. We take those. Obviously we want to find green cards there, but we don't. But I mean, it just be like that. We're definitely going to try to just clear this Hina. He is pretty low in hand size. We'll still go wide and we'll probably just bounce into the restand law. Alternatively, we could just hard play the Luffy, attack for 6, and then just use restand law to keep it active, which I think is all around probably a better play. Forcing them, the only way they get rid of it is with the removal spell or the 7-drop Luffy being able to swing into it. So he lets the Hina go, takes a life, we'll play Luffy, swing for 6, he'll 2k, and we'll bounce the Makino, play restand law, untap our Luffy, and let him go. So we should be pretty fine in defending at least one of our bodies from 7-drop Luffy, kind of depending on if they have the King Kong gun or not. But immediately gives him a Dawn, so he doesn't have it. Swings at Chopper this time. Kind of learned from the other game that, yeah, that first swing is always just going to get eaten up by the Chopper. Clears off my Nami. Maybe he swings Barto to clear off the Dawn. It'd be fair if he did, honestly. Uses leader, finds a Rebecca. Still has 1 Dawn left. Probably will resend the Luffy, yeah. And maybe just try to out one of my 5 drops. We'll see. Yep, untaps it. Swings 9, actually, at Luffy, which is fine for me, because I think I was dropping 2Ks anyway. Did not want to get rid of my Nami, it is my only searcher at this time. We'll play the Nami, find a Zoro. It's okay. We can at least bounce restand law, and then we can have it for next turn to try to go for game. We're going to reduce Luffy by 2, and then swing the Dawn for 5 into it. He's just going to let it go. Nice. The rest of the hits will just go a lead. Hopefully set him up for lethal. Go 5, we'll counter. We'll go 7. He'll take that. We'll go 7 again. He'll block that one. And we'll just bounce into Zoro. And probably just swing for 5 and play the Chopper. And keep one up for the Radical Beam. Just to hopefully preserve some of the board. So yeah, we'll go 5. He'll counter for 1. We'll play Chopper over the Otama. Because at least Nami can kind of attack. Otama really can't. And we'll just pass it back. So I think it's pretty much, if any amount of our board kind of survives this turn, we should be pretty well set up, even if we need to take another turn to contest their board. But, I mean, the only thing I guess we're stressed about now is, like, the Orlumbus. It does replay Kyros, but still has leader to kind of save Kyros. We could try to go after it, but it just feels like a minus exchange. Does kill my Luffy, which is unfortunate, but if Zoro lives, I'm happy. And I'm pretty sure he does, because the most amount he could swing into it now is only 6k. And, yeah, we can just 2k or Radical Beam. Probably Radical Beam to make sure we can actually have the bodies to fill our board next turn, because if not, we're just hoping we top deck something good. And, I mean, we would have found a Brook, but still, might as well play it safe. We can, like, Otama the Orlumbus. And a little bit of an awkward turn. We do actually have a target for a restand law, though, which is pretty good. We might just end up playing 2 Brooks and just going for life. We're going to play down Brook, give Nami 3 Dawn, go at Orlumbus. He'll let it go. We'll just go 5 at life. We're just going to try to poke him down. We'll go 7 at life. He'll block. We'll play Brook. Give Zoro another 2 Dawn. Use leader, take back Brook, restand the Zoro, attack for 9, put him at 1, and we'll pass. Left 1 up, we might hit a guard point off life, which could be impactful. It's a little bit scary. It's kind of just like, do you have the answer to this Chopper, and do you have King Kong gun? It's kind of just determining what happens in this game. Plays down Rebecca again, KOs the Chopper, which is pretty good. Does have the King Kong gun. We're just going to have to eat this. If he has another King Kong gun, we do just lose. If he doesn't, we win. So, or probably win. If he just goes life here, we should win. Even if he goes Zoro, I'll defend it. Unless it's a King Kong gun. Then obviously I can't. Yeah, when he had the three left up, though, I was definitely like, oh, he just has King Kong gun, and I am dead. But maybe, he'd hesitate because I have the 1 up. And he knows I have at least a Brook in hand, right? But no, he just goes 8. Let's go, we live. So we'll double 2k. And I mean, that's just game. I just go wide here, swing 5 a whole lot. We find a Zoro, which is pretty good. We'll go 5 with Zoro. He'll counter. We'll go probably 5 with Brook first. He'll eat that one. Very cool. We'll probably just go 7 with Law, and then just whatever amount on our leader. Nah, we're going 5 with Nami first. Okay, now we're going 7. Force him to either block or give me both cards. Gives me both cards. Okay, now we just go 5 with Nami, and then 5 with leader. And we win. He says GG. We'll say it back. Yeah. I mean, that was a whole bunch of games against definitely what are considered Law's harder matchups. I don't know. I am very happy that Law is playable again in OP05. Again, he's kind of playable right now with like the Wano stuff, but does not feel the same. This version is definitely stronger. But yeah, anyways, I mean, I'll see you guys in the next one.